Yo, 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 what's the dealio, y'all? Hey, look, check this out, man. Today was crazy, all right? You already know I got a banger for you, all right? So what we gonna do is we gonna get into it. Before I get into it, I wanna say a couple things. First things first, today was bonkers. Today left me speechless. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. What we just experienced in the stock market, nobody saw that coming, all right? But we're going to talk about it and we're going to unpack it, all right? So if you're watching this video, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, because every day I'm bringing something to you that can help you enhance your life, your financial future, your mindset, your spirit, all of that stuff, all right? So before we get into the video, I just got to shout out a couple people, man. Right here in the Discord, we banked today. We got Q hit SoFi, Jay, Gigi, she smacked Robinhood all day today. We got bangers, right? Quinn, he hit 574. Swole Trades, shout out to Swole Trades, man. 443, right? Marley 130. We smacked the Discord today, all right? I want to say shout out to Tarantino. She hit her first $100 today, and she was done on the day, all right? Where we at? I want to show you all this real quick. Boom. 8 on Hood today. First time making $100. She done with that, right? So shout out to her, man. I know the journey, all right? So shout out to you on your first $100 day in profit. Now, let's get into it. Today was bonkers. So we opened up market. It was kind of just chilling. I got in some puts, made some money on puts, but things was going kind of slow. I was done. All right, I was done after about 2 hours in the market. All of a sudden, an hour and a half later, I see the charts. I'm seeing a whole bunch of boner candles. All right, if you don't know what a boner candle is, let me show you real quick. This is what a boner candle is. This is what a boner candle looks like. If you go to the 30-minute time frame, this right here is a boner candle. Okay, these are straight boner candles. All right, I see boner candles. Look at the SPY. The SPY is up $40 almost. That's 8% in a day. Boner candles. All right. So I'm seeing this. I'm like, what's going on, right? And this was before it was really going crazy. And I'm seeing it going crazy, right? Wiccan going up $2, coming down $2, going up $2, going down $2. I'm like, oh, it's manipulation. But here's what happened. Check this out. This is what happened. So earlier this morning, right? Earlier this morning, Trump says, be cool. This is a great time to buy. He posted this on, I think, Twitter or something. And then on CNBC, they reported it, right? 3 hours later, the Dow surges 1,800 points and basically going up to 2,600 points after he signals a 90-day pause. But a couple days ago, he said that that was fake news. That made the market go down. All right? If you don't see the manipulation that's happening, I need you to go to the optometrist. Okay? If you don't see the manipulation that's happening, I need you to go to the optometrist, right? Get your eyes checked because it's clear as day. Everybody should be able to see it. All right, so now it's like, how do we approach this? How do we handle this? First things first, you need to be setting your stop losses to trigger automatically. All right? I feel sorry for the people that was in puts right before. No, I feel bad for people that was in puts before the surge happened and they didn't have a stop loss. They got 8 up today. I know some people's accounts, they didn't lost 20, 30% of their whole total account. All right? If you got lucky today and you made a lot of money, good on you. But I want you to understand that all this stuff happening right now, it's not real. It's going to be a time where you can't just depend on luck and news. All right? So first things first, I need you to understand stop losses and how to set your automatic stop loss. If you don't know how to set your automatic stop loss in your brokerage account, it's time, okay? The next thing, your rules got to be tight right now. Your trading rules need to be super tight. And when I say super tight, I'm talking about if you say I'm only going to trade for 2 hours, you need to be done at 1 hour and 59 minutes and 17 seconds. If you say my stop loss is only 15%, then that's what it needs to be. Okay? Right now is not a time to be fearful, but it's also not a time to play around and be loose. You're going to have to tighten your game up to be able to thrive in this market right here. All right? Because what we going to do? Not trade because volatility? Some people will. And if you need to sit out, that's perfectly fine. All right? But if you want to continue to trade, at the end of the day, you need to tighten your game up if you're taking L's or even if you are winning. I also want to say it's time to start paying attention to the games that's being played in the manipulation. Right? When I see stocks gap down, I'm waiting on levels to break. I'm being patient. Also, this is a scalping environment right now. Because we don't have a clear uptrend or a clear downtrend, this is not a time to be swinging stuff for 3-5 days unless you may got something that's, out 4 or 5, 6 months. But right now is not a time to sit here and be, just thinking that the market is going to do something. Because look, Trump said that he's going to put a pause on it, but then he came back and said it's kind of conditional on all countries except China. And that China's going to have a higher tariff percentage. That's what he said. So it's like, right now, the market is still open. The market is pumping. SPY is up $39.81, right? But you don't know what's going to happen 3 days from now. He said a 90-day pause. But we know that this man moves the market in crazy ways. So every single day, you got to understand how to scalp. You got to get in and you got to get out. If you see profit, and I ain't talking about $1 or whatever, right? But what I'm talking about is if you see profit, you in the play and you up, you need to take that profit. Don't be a bag holder. All right? Do not be a bag holder. Right now, even day trading, holding that for a couple hours, that's even a little bit risky. Unless you got a stop loss or a trailing stop loss. Okay? I like to be done within 2 hours of the market open. Sometimes 90 minutes and sometimes an hour, but I like to be done early. Because a lot of the news that happens, it'd be intraday, it'd be in the middle of the day, it'd be after that 2.5, 3 hour time frame when a lot of crazy news be coming out. Okay? I don't want you to be afraid, but I want you to understand the game that's being played. This is a spiritual game. This is a psychological game. It's also an economic game, and it's also a global game. All right? The game that's being played is far, far, far beyond what we could fathom, if I'm being honest. We talking about the leaders of the world, right? All these different countries. We're talking about world leaders are playing their own economies like a fiddle. All right? So if you want to not only survive, but thrive in this market, don't be emotional, okay? Don't be emotional and understand what's happening. We see, they said that a year's worth of gains was wiped out in 3 days from the stock market. Now we see stocks going right back up. That lets you know that they have the power to make stocks go up. Why is the S&P right now at $538 and 2 days ago it was at 487. It don't take a year for things to happen. They're playing a very manipulative game. And so it's up to you to figure it out and play the game based on the outlines of the rules that they have so that you can win. It sucks taking L's like this. I did not take any L's today. I went light. I got 2 trades. I made money on 2 trades. I got 2 trades. Each trade was like 7%. All right? It's nothing to write home about, but another green day in the books. I made my money. I was done in 2 hours. I was good to go. I saw what happened. You get what I'm saying? If you see an opportunity, you need to learn how to strike, but you need to get in and you need to get out. I always say, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. That greed is going to keep you broke. All right? If you are in a play, make sure you have your entries and make sure you understand what's going on. Don't be greedy and don't be fearful. You got to balance out your fear and your greed. All right? We clearly saw what happened today, but tomorrow it's on you on how you respond to what happened today. Are you going to be traumatized and be fearful, or are you going to think logically and try to figure out, okay, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. All right, this happened. I'm going to go do this. I'm not going to be emotional. I'm going to get this money. I'm going to go change my life, my financial life, so that I could, you know what I'm saying, create the legacy that I want. I want you to understand it's all a game being played. The manipulation is beyond real. It's beyond clear. Let's not act like it ain't happening. Let's not be in denial. Let's not be in delusion. Let's focus on what we need to focus on, lock in, so that we could print this money like we know how to. All right? So that's what I got for y'all today. I was going to make a completely other video, getting ready to record, and then I saw what was happening. I was like, oh, let me see what's going on here. All right? So I hope that helped you guys out. Always remember, get out of your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live, all right? And I always say, the more you study, the less you worry, all right? I'm going to holler at you guys on the next video. Peace.